the deal, everybody? It's your boy j.koolii back with another video. Today's video I'm gonna be going over illegal tint. As you see here on my charger, that I have 18% tint all around, even the front windows. And I have a 5% strip bar in the front. I have a lot of people asking me, do I have any issues with police getting tickets or anything like that for having illegal tint? So I'm gonna go over my personal experience in this video. If this is your first time watching, go ahead and subscribe for me. Smash that like button and hit the bell notification for me too. And y'all, don't skip them ads. I just got monetized, so help your boy out. All right. What's the deal, everybody? It's your boy j.koolii back with another video. If this is your first time watching, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification for me. And please, please, please do not skip them ads, man. Your boy got monetized recently, so I need them.
Okay.
I need that money, man. So look, today we're gonna be talking about tints. So, I've been driving for about 4 or 5 years now, or whatever. So I'm not gonna say I'm an expert in this category, but I can say I do have experience with having illegal tints. Now, different states vary. Some states you can have, you know, front windshield. Some states you can't have front windshield. I don't even have front windshield. I just got the little sun strip. I'm talking about the front windows. So in Michigan specifically, you cannot have tinted front windows. Technically, they can give you a ticket for that. So yeah. Now, with that being said, I do not have 5%. You know, I do have 18% all around and a 5% sun strip in the front. Now, I'm gonna be just explaining my experience personally, you know, with having tints. So let's start off with this. You get pulled over, whatever, you got tints. What is the likelihood of them actually giving you a ticket for having tints in Michigan? This is Michigan specifically. From my personal experience, I have never been ticketed or warned for having tints. I feel like don't take this with a grain of salt, but I feel like Michigan cops, they really don't care about tint as much as they used to. It's not that big of a deal as much as it used to be. Now, with that being said, don't be surprised if you do get a ticket for it, because, you know, at the end of the day, it is still illegal, but it's not like a felony or something like that. It ain't like that deep, you know what I mean? But if you're being an asshole to a cop or whatever, don't be surprised when they just, oh, this guy got tints too, and they just add $100 to your little ticket or whatever. So with that being said, I just feel like, based off my personal experience, that tints is just like it's a toss-up. It's like a gray area right now. I'm not saying it's legal. I'm not saying that it's right to have or whatever, but I mean, it's a gray area, especially you know, in summertime you can roll your window down, so, you know, it'll be less noticeable or not noticeable at all. Like I said, I have 18%, so like if the sun is hitting it right, it almost looks as if, I'm not gonna say it's not tinted, but if you ever look at a car from a distance, you really can't see the passenger. Like, I don't care if you're like 50 feet away from a car and you try to see somebody, you gotta really be focused in, you know. Most cops, I would say, are not really specifically looking for that, unless they on some type of, you know, sting, you know, where they just writing people up for tints or whatever. But from my personal experience, I've never had to deal with that. So I don't know. Maybe you guys who live in different states, you guys can comment below how your state feels about you know, tints or whatever. But I don't know. I never had an issue with it. I've had 3 cars with 3 different tints on the front windshields. and never had a problem. So now also some tips in case you do have, you know, tints or whatever. If you must have tints, try to not get 5%, you know, where it's very obvious, or try not to tint your front windshield if you don't need it to be tinted. You know what I mean? I don't like tinting my front windshield because it's hard to see at night, and especially on the older Chargers like the 16s and back, with the fog lights at the bottom. The headlights, they weren't LEDs at first, so you really couldn't even see, especially if, you know, they were tinted on top of not having LED lights. It's just hard to see. I don't really like that, and it's not my style. I tint my front 2 windows because I don't want people looking in my car, and I'm pretty sure most cops understand that. Like, that's the reasoning for the tint. That's the, like, 90%. I'll give it 90% of why people even have tints in the first place, because they don't want people looking in their cars. And the other 10% is probably just for aesthetics, you know, the way it looks. It brings your car out. Let's say you have a bright color, the tints will offset it, you know what I mean? Most car people, I'm gonna say, like, you know, who, you know, design their cars however they want them to look, whatever, you know, most of them have tints, you know, because it makes the car look better aesthetically. So I'm pretty sure cops understand that, and that's why it's such a gray area and they're not enforcing it as much as they used to. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's up to your discretion, you know. Don't be surprised if you do get a ticket for it. I mean, it is what it is. You're taking a chance. Best case scenario in the summers or whatever, just roll them down. Try not to use your AC as much, you know, just use some fresh air, get some fresh air, you know what I mean? Wintertime, you might be ish out of luck, you know what I mean? So you just got to take that chance. So, but yeah, that's just my thoughts personally and my experiences personally from having tints. Like I said, I've never had an issue with it, but I wouldn't be surprised if I do have a future issue with it, and I won't even be mad, because it's like, I know the law, I know it's illegal or whatever, but at the end of the day, it's not hurting anybody, you know what I mean? Like, it's not that deep. So do it with discretion. That's all I gotta say. That's the end of the video. If you have any comments below on what you think or your state laws or whatever, help people out. But Michigan, I can only speak for Michigan. I've only been to Michigan. It's not really that much of an issue. The only issue, especially with like city cops, but like state cops, they may be less lenient, you know what I mean? Because they just freeway cops, you know what I mean? Like, they ain't got nothing else better to do. So if you speeding, they might as well throw on the extra, you know, $100 or whatever the cost is for it. But like I said, do what you gotta do, man. Like, if it's worth it to you, just do it, get it done. But yeah, this is the end of the video. If you like the video, like, comment, subscribe. If you have any comments, like, comment, subscribe, watch those ads, please. It's your boy J.koolii. Hope you like the video. I'm out this thing. Peace.